One last thing.
हाँ.
हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले
Chicken.
ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ। ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹਾਂ ਜੋ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣਨ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਪਾਰਟਨਰ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਾਈਕਲ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰੋ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਖਲੋਈ ਹੈ।
ਐਂਡ ਵੇਅਰ ਯੂ ਲਿਵ?
ਮੈਂ ਨੋਵਾ ਸਕੋਸ਼ੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ।
I am asking question in English and you are answering in Punjabi. That's yeah.
Good job.
Okay. What do you do for living?
Right now I'm working at a restaurant one day a week, and I also work the other days of the week as a nanny. So I'm looking after children.
Nice.
But yeah, both of them are just part-time jobs.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And what are your future goals?
Right now I'm doing my education to become a teacher, so a French teacher. I'd really like to do that, I think, and if it doesn't work out, I'll move in a different direction, but for now the goal is to become a teacher.
Okay. And some personal question.
Hanji.
How you met Punjabi guy?
So I went to Cape Breton University in my home province of Nova Scotia, and I was running around the campus, and one of my classmates saw me running, and he was like, "Oh, you should join the track and field team." And I was like, "Oh no, like I just do running for myself for fun. I don't want to do it competitively." And he was really encouraging me to join the team. So finally I went to the tryouts where the coaches see you run and they decide if you're like a good level. And Bolly was at this tryout. So that's where I first saw him, and then eventually I did join the team, and so we would both be at the practices together training.
And how you fall in love with him? Like how? How like Punjabi guy? We all men want to know how a Canadian girl can fall in love with the Indian Punjabi Punjabi guy.
So he was like very silent at first, very quiet, and he was super good at track and field. So I had the impression that he was very serious, very dedicated, not too much interested in making friends or becoming acquainted with the other track and field members. But eventually, I think we followed each other on social media, and then one time we were in Halifax, the big city, for like a meet, and he asked if like I could talk with him by himself, and so we had some conversation at this time, and I got to realize that he was a very kind, very like dedicated, very dedicated and hardworking and determined guy. And seriously, like within the team, he was always encouraging other players to do their best and just encouraging them even when they were having struggles, and I really admired that. And he was very focused on his training, and I think it inspired me, but I also was attracted to it. So yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Solo Punjabiyo kidda watauni gori bhabhi. And is there any cultural differences impacted your relationship or sort of things? Like do you go to Gurdwara and stuff?
Hanji. Yeah, so before dating him, I didn't have too much influence of Punjabi culture in my life. The part of Nova Scotia where I live, it's mainly like a white community.
Yeah.
So yeah, through getting to know him, there's been lots of like new Punjabi culture in my life, like music and food and like television series, and now going to Gurdwara and like celebrations, different celebrations. So I think it's really changed my life. Hanji.
What kind of song you sing in Punjabi?
Well, I listen to lots of different songs, but one that I really like is the Ho Jayegi Balle Balle. This one is really fun. Yeah. Very lively.
That's good. And what do you like most about him? And what he likes most about you?
I don't know what he likes most about me, but I can easily say that what I most like about him is it feels like he's like he has a really playful child like nature, but he's still like smart and intelligent and reasonable like an adult, but he knows how to have fun in any situation. So I think sometimes I'm like stressed and worried and whatever, And he can always just be playful and fun and take away some of my stress with just his fun attitudes.
That's good.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that's good. How you guys express your love to each other? Do you guys give do he's more likely in Punjabi culture, because Punjabi guy like me, we don't express our love very easily. So do he's adopting that kind of things?
I feel like he's like a really romantic type of person. So he definitely like small gestures, like bringing me flowers and things. He definitely does this, but like even more like my favorite snacks. Like he knows what I like to eat, and I'll just come home on a random day and there'll be like my favorite snacks there, and it's like it feels like it's love from him.
Yeah.
But then I think also just like making time intentionally to be with one another. So for example, like Sunday is like our day when we do things, and he really prioritizes making time to be with me. And so I think that that's like another way that he like shows his love is like Sunday is our day and we always do something nice together.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's really nice.
What's your favorite food in Punjabi?
I really like chana masala.
Chana masala?
But also chaat papdi.
Chaat papdi?
What
about samosa chaat?
Samosa chaat is good, and also pakora.
Bahut swad.
Bahut swad.
Bahut swad. What is the best way to handle disagreements?
This is tricky.
Because you both are from different culture, right? So there would be disagreements between the culture, right?
But I don't think most of our agreements are about differences in culture. Where I think when it comes to culture, I think we're both open-minded, and I think we walked into the relationship knowing we're going to be different. So it's not a surprise when there are differences because we expected it.
Yeah.
Still, disagreements do happen, and it's challenging to know how to resolve them. But patience is very important, I guess.
How your parents agree with the different cultures and stuff, and what your boyfriend did to convince them to be your partner?
So I'd say that my parents are like very open-minded. So there was never any issue like growing up if I ever expressed interest in any person that was like of another culture or ethnicity or anything. There was no issues whatsoever. So they were very, very open-minded. They know that like whatever I'm attracted to and interested in is like will be good for me. So seriously, no issue at all. Of course, I think they did have some questions or curiosity of like his religion and the difference in culture and language and everything would pose like a difficulty. But they trusted that if I felt good and confident in it, then it would work.
Okay.
So when they actually first came to Cape Breton to meet Bali before we went to the valley where I live, and Mom brought like tons and tons of food, and I remember I was like so excited for him to finally get to meet my parents.
Yeah.
And I felt like they had a really good first impression of him. Like he was there and he was happy to like talk to them. I think when he's shy, he like talks a little bit less.
Yeah.
So he's a little quieter, but still friendly, and it was like good vibes all around. And then we had a big games night. My parents love to play like board games and whatnot. So we went to the like university like meal hall, and they have long tables, and we like some friends of mine and Bali and my parents, we set up like this long game and we were all playing. It was so much fun. And I think like seeing him interact in this way like just made them feel relaxed that he could just fit in with our family's like nature really easily. And then after we went and visited my parents in the valley, and it felt really smooth. There were seriously no hiccups. So.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice. And how many years are you in relationship with him? Like how many months?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
It's
you have to count?
No, it's 1 year, 10 months.
1 year and 10 months. That's nice. And do you guys will get married in church or in Gurdwara?
So my family's not like particularly religious or attached to Christian faith. Like my parents were both raised in Christianity, but growing up I didn't go to church regularly.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say like I necessarily hold a lot of Christian values. So it's not much of a difficult decision for me. I think we kind of have a plan of like maybe 2 weddings.
Okay.
More so for convenience of our guests, but also just to recognize the differences in our cultures. So maybe like a small one here in Nova Scotia where people in Canada can easily come, and then also another one in India. And surely the one in India will go to Gurdwara. And that one will be more difficult for all of my family to go to. So
He can sponsor, that's fine.
we'll see. But yeah, that's the tentative plan. Yeah.
And what have you understand about the Sikh culture so far? Like you go to Gurdwara, right? As you said before.
Yeah.
And what do you understand about that?
I really find it beautiful, and I value a lot of what I understand of it so far. So yeah, I didn't grow up particularly religious, but I did grow up like believing that there was some kind of like power or energy or force that allows everything to work. And so then I actually really appreciate in Sikhism this idea of like ik onkar, because I think that perfectly aligns with my understanding.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning a lot. I have so much more learning to do, but from what I see of it now, it values like honesty and values many different things that I think are important and necessary. So I have a lot of respect for it. I'm wanting to learn more about it, and what I know about it already, I really like and appreciate.
That's good.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any plans to go to India and get married soon, or what are the future goals?
Well, right now I'm finishing up my university studies, so
Okay.
I don't think we'll be into India until I finish. But I finish in the spring, so that's finished.
Okay.
And then Bali is trying to get his permanent residency. So I think we'll most likely wait to go to India until he has his permanent residency.
Okay.
And then after that point, we both really like to go, and I'm so excited to go. I can't wait. Seriously, I'm like bursting. I go on YouTube and I watch like visiting India, visiting Punjab, visiting like Chandigarh. Like I'm just like so excited to go. I want to like know the best places and things to eat, but probably more important than all of that is of course meeting his family.
Yeah, of course.
Super excited to meet his family.
He lives in village, right, over there? Or in city?
I'm not so sure. I think he like grew up in Chandigarh, and then I think now his parents like kind of live on the outskirts.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we'll get like kind of village taste.
Exactly, I'll get a bit of both. Get to see both. Yeah.
Is there any specific places you thought of visiting in India? Like you did browsing and stuff, right? So as you was telling, so.
Yeah. Obviously, I want to visit Chandigarh and visit his family and see like his school, the different schools that he went to, and like some of his favorite restaurants or parks or shopping, whatever. So explore Chandigarh is probably like number one. And then of course go visit Amritsar and the Golden Temple. I'm curious about this, like the border between India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
And they have like a ceremony every single day.
Yeah.
I want to go see this. Visit some of the big cities like New Delhi and Mumbai, but also like different parts of the countryside. I heard that I think it's Rajasthan.
Yeah.
There's like a city it's like maybe pink.
Pink, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Jaipur, right?
Jaipur. Huh,
Yeah.
Okay. I want to visit this, and then I'm also super curious about the eastern part of India. I think it's like quite mountainous or like hilly kind of.
Nepal and
Yeah, on that side. So we'll
that's
see.
good. Yeah. So one last question. As many people are thinking that if a Punjabi guy is married to Indian or Canadian white woman, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting married because of the permanent residency or getting a citizenship. What are your thoughts on that?
So I think like it is very much a myth that a person who is from another country trying to get citizenship or PR in Canada, if they're in a relationship with a Canadian citizen, that this is going to benefit them or get them ahead in some way. Really, it's more based on things like financial stability or something like that is more important. So honestly, like being a white female in a relationship with a man from India, I actually don't really benefit him. I'm still a student, so I'm not able to financially cover him.
Yeah, of course.
And so honestly, it doesn't change anything. And I think both from Canadian perspective and Indian perspective, people think, oh, like that's a beneficial relationship, but it's very not true.
Yeah, because in India also, like I'll tell to my audience also in Punjabi ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਪੀਆਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਪੀਆਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ for them I don't see that's true for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Not true. Not true. Maybe in other countries, but not in Canada.
Not in Canada,
No.
right? There is a love behind that. Because that's true, right? If a person cannot afford getting a PR by himself, how he can afford you or how he can afford in future also, right?
Yeah. But it's seriously like a person can be, I know like lots of people who are super well qualified to get into Canada, And for whatever reason, there's still like lots of struggles and barriers.
Yeah.
So I think the process is more about what's going on in Canada in terms of politics and whatever, and much less about the individual themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And one last thing.
Huh.
हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले हो जाएगी बल्ले बल्ले. At the end, I want to give you blessings that you guys have a healthy relationship going forward, and God bless you both. And bring your better half next time for part 2. And I want to see a chuda into your hands.
We'll be there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, very nice chuda, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.